Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Jay Brax, and I'm here with another video. I just wanted to say what's up to everybody out there watching, wherever you're watching from. Shout out to you guys for tuning into the channel and tuning into this video. So real quick, I just wanted to go into some things. If this is your first time here, or if you've been on here and you haven't yet, I just want to thank you guys for spending some time with me in advance. Also, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button right now. Don't waste any time. Hit that subscribe button right now because we're about to get into a nice topic and we're about to get into a new video. So as you guys can see, I'm here and I'm in the studio. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. We locked in. We ready to make it happen. Yo, so let's get into it. So first of all, man, I just want to say something. Your vices are not helping you, bro. Your vices ain't helping you, man. Okay, because look, you might think it's fun right now. You might be having fun doing whatever you're doing. Maybe it's scrolling, right? Maybe it's going out for drinks. Maybe it's spending time with shorties. Maybe it's the girls, you know, maybe it's the online girls, if you know what I'm saying. Maybe you on corn too much, right? Maybe you going out and you smoke, you puffing and passing, right? Maybe you throwing down beers every weekend, right? Like, you gotta realize that the habits and the things that you do matter. It don't matter what the consistency level is, because the people that you're surrounding yourself with, if they are only hanging out with you when you in those type of environments, you might need to check your friends. You might need to see if they really your friends or not. Do a test. Literally take a week and just don't drink, don't smoke, don't do nothing that those type of people that you hang out with, don't do nothing that they would do normally, right? Like, go do something else. Hang out with a different group of people and see what happens. Stop spending your money with those people and see what happens. It's crazy. It's like night and day how quickly some people will vanish from your life. Because when you're not doing the habits and the things, the vices and the things that don't serve you anymore, and you start to elevate yourself, what you'll realize is those type of people, they was never really your friends. They was just there in the moment because it was convenient for them. They had a buddy or somebody that they could go to and basically have that vice with. Because misery loves company, guys, right? And we're all here for a reason. We're all here because we want to level up our lives. That's why we're here on this channel. That's why we're watching this video, because we want to go to another level. We here together, right? We want to boss our life up. We want to be geniuses at our craft. We want to become a genius at whatever we put our mind to. So in order for us to do that, we got to get rid of the things that don't serve us, right? And start pouring into ourselves with the things that do serve us. So you got to ask yourself this, man. You got to ask yourself this. Is my lifestyle keeping me average, right? And you got to think, like, what is average anyway? Is it the guy that's online that, that asking about the football game, right? Talking about Netflix and Hulu and what's on TV right now. Oh, did you watch the game, right? Did you watch this? Right? Like, is it having bad financial habits? Right? Not being able to keep your money up. You know, the crazy thing is they say that the average American right now is making about $50,000 a year, right? So like, is that you? Or are you making more or less than that? Right? And that's crazy because that's average, right? So like, none of us really want to be average. If you want to be average, I think you're on the wrong channel, because none of us here want to be average, bro. We're all trying to elevate and get to another place, but it takes sacrifice for us to do that. We're gonna have to sacrifice a little bit up front for us to get what we want in the back end. So you gotta ask yourself this, man. Am I procrastinating towards my goals? Am I hanging out with people that are gonna help me expedite my goals? Or am I hanging with people that's gonna limit me from the potential of my goals and what I could actually accomplish quicker? You know, when I was younger, man, I used to just wanna smoke, chill, you know, make music. And the crazy thing is I would make so much music, but I would never get any of it done. We would just be in the studio listening to beats for hours, right? We'd be in the studio listening to beats for hours, not really getting nothing done, having a good time. And I think back, I'm like, bro, if you would have locked in at that time and just got straight to it, who knows where that music could have went if you was focused at the time when you was doing it, right? But because you wasn't focused, Now you might have put out 1, 2, 3 projects, but you could have put out maybe 10, right? Because when you're productive and you're on your purpose and you're grinding and you're really trying to become a genius at whatever it is that you do in your life, then it's a little different. The time in between how soon you start something and finish it, it becomes a lot faster when you start to master your craft day in and day out, every single day, every single day, every single day. So you gotta ask yourself, are the things that you're doing right now serving you? Are you procrastinating towards your goals? And are you being average? What do the average people do? Well, they sleep in. They're not getting up early. They're not thinking about what they need to do for the week in a week in advance. They're not writing down their schedule. My schedule is written on Sunday night, and I got every single thing I need to do for every hour written out. And I like to write it with pen and paper. I'm old school that way because I like to be able to really write it down and know what I'm doing. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm putting it on pen and paper. It went from my mind to a physical form. Now, do I use, a calendar every now and then? Yeah, I'll use a Google Calendar or Outlook, right? But for the most part, I like to write down the skeleton of what my schedule is going to look like. That way I wrote it down and I'm affirming it basically, right? So speaking of writing things down and affirming things, are you writing down affirmations? Are you giving yourself positive feedback and positive outlooks as to how you talk to yourself about what you're trying to do? Or are you being negative about what you're trying to do? Oh man, it's gonna take me forever to do this. Oh man, this is about to be the shitty part of the day, right? But when you gotta look at your perspective and be like, no, wait a second. It might be difficult. It might be something that most people wouldn't want to do, but that's why I'm gonna be successful, because I'm doing it knowing other people wouldn't, right? I'm doing it even though I know it's a little difficult. Even though I know it's probably not the most fun thing for me to do, I'm gonna do it anyway. And those are the people that win. Those are the people that got the Genius Society mentality. They're really out there attacking the day, right? They're not just sitting around waiting for things to come to them. They're out there going and getting it, right? And they're writing it down, what they say to themselves in their mind. They're writing it down. I'm going to be great today. I'm going to make it happen today. This is what I'm going to do, right? They're writing it down and claiming it already. Because if it happens up here and then you write it down, the only thing that has to happen now is for you to go and get it, because it already happened twice, right? So think about that, right? Like, now, are you sleeping in? Are you waking up early? Are you doing something challenging every day, right? The average person probably doesn't find something challenging to do every day. I'm gonna be real. They're probably finding ways to shortcut the day so that they don't have to be doing the things that they don't feel like doing. They're finding ways to make the day easier. They're trying to find a shortcut. How can I make this easier for myself? And I don't mean like not working smart, because you can work smart and you can work hard, right? But they're just trying to find ways to outsmart what it is that they know they have to do, when a lot of the things that are required for success are just doing it every single day. Even when you don't feel like it, it's the same things over and over and over and over again. Consistency. Just like diet, right? Going to the gym. It's all consistency, right? Eating the same things every day. Doing the same workouts for a week straight, for 2, 3, 4 weeks, right? And then switching it up, doing another workout plan. You got to learn how to do a couple things, do something for a little bit, create data, and then learn how to use the data and the information to help make better decisions moving forward, right? But if you're doing something different every single day, you're never going to know what works and what doesn't work, right? So it's important that you're focused on that, right? And knowing like, all right, I got to be consistent with something in my life. I got to find something that's consistent to me getting to that bag, to me being successful. Whatever it is, you got to find that consistency, because it's going to take you a long way, right? So not only is it being average to sleep in and not really, wake up, not that you have to wake up at the crack of dawn, but I mean, wake up before most people do, right? Like, if you want to be better than average, you're going to have to do above average things, right? And if you're sleeping in every night, well, that's not an above average practice, right? Every day you sleeping in, that's not cool. You got to get up a couple days early and, hey, look, let me get some things done. The reason why I like to get up early is because when I get up early in the morning, it gives me time to get things done that I normally wouldn't have time to do, right? It allows me to pour into myself a little bit, go to the gym, read, right? Pray, spend some time and talk to a higher power, really get the ideas that I want for the day and make sure I'm on point with that. And then I can deal with everybody else, because most people aren't up when I'm up, right? So your sleeping schedule, it does matter, and don't be average with that. You can't be average with your goal setting either. Be realistic. Come on, bro. Realistic is for people that don't have big dreams. When you want to be something that most people aren't willing to be or couldn't ever be, then you have to start thinking bigger for yourself. You have to know that, hey, look, it might sound crazy to them, and them, but for me, it's possible. Because if I know somebody else can do it, then I can do it. Just because we from here or we grew up this way, don't mean that I can't have this. Like, I come from a small town, man. I'm from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. There's not much going on there, as far as big thinkers. There's a lot of big thinkers in the small town, don't get me wrong. But is there a lot of big things happening in the small town? Not really. Not saying that it's not possible. It does happen. And when you see it happen, it's like, oh, wait a second, that happened here? Right? It's almost like a surprise. Meanwhile, you go a couple states over, you go a couple cities over, and things is happening all the time. And you're wondering, oh, what's the difference? Right? Because people are exposed to bigger thinking, right? They're not thinking average, right? They're thinking big, right? They're thinking about, how can I level up? How can I get to this person? Wait, let me network with this person so I can get there a little bit quicker, right? So they're not hanging out with average people. Speaking of hanging out with average people, you gotta remember this. You are the average of the top 5 people you hang around with the most. Let me say that again. You're the average of the top 5 people that you hang out with the most. So if you're hanging out with people that aren't thinking straight, they're not, focused on getting to the bag and making a lifestyle change and, taking care of their family or, taking care of their girl or their kids or whatever it is, then what do you expect you to be? If they sitting around smoking weed and all your boys is doing that and none of them writing down goals, none of them got big goals and plans, then what do you think you're going to be doing? And this is stuff, look, bro, I'm not coming at you. I'm not coming at nobody, right? I'm just saying this is all stuff that I wish I would have known a long time ago. So much time wasted, so much time, right? But we can get that time back by focusing in, expediting our success, cutting out all the distractions, and staying focused on becoming great and becoming a genius at whatever it is that we want to do, right? So procrastination is another thing that's keeping you average. A lot of times people might not know what they need to do, but listen, it's 2025, right? We're in a different generation now where we have information at our fingertips. You could ask AI what to do. You could ask Google. There's no excuse. There's no excuse anymore. You can literally do anything and get any information of whatever you want. It's all at the tip of your fingers. But the thing is, so many people got paralysis analysis or analysis paralysis, however you want to put it. I don't know how they put it, but basically you're taking too much time looking at stuff and watching videos and you're not putting in any action. And when you're not putting in any action, guess what? You're not going to get nothing. You're just going to be sitting there absorbing the content. You're a sponge, but you're never giving out anything, right? You're not creating nothing. You're not going out there and creating it yourself. You're too busy buying, and you're not spending money all the time. You're spending your time, right? Because either you have money to spend or you got time to spend. And a lot of us are spending our time watching stuff so we can try to make money. But in reality, you could be making money when you're using your time to do what you just learned. Just implement, and then see what happens, right? And like I said earlier, do it for a little bit, see what the differences are, see what the numbers are looking like, and then make your decisions based off of that. And it don't have to be in a week. You could do a day, trial for certain things, right? You don't have to spend a whole week on certain things to figure out if they're working or not. You can figure it out by the end of the day, depending on what that goal is for you, right? So your procrastination, right? Can't be waiting around and like expecting things to come to you. You got to go out there and get it. You got to make it happen yourself. That's what I'm just saying. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Only because I really wish that somebody was saying this to me. Like, I really do. Like, I swear, I kid you not, man. I wish somebody was talking to me like this and telling me this stuff whenever I was a lot younger. You know, when I was in my teens, like 15 years old, I would have zoned in. Swear. Or maybe I wouldn't have. Right? But we can't fix the past. All we could do is go and do better in the present. Right? And look at our future. You know, and the future happens by doing things daily, every single day now, right? It starts today, bro. Today's your day. You gotta go now. After this video, turn this video off and get to it if you have to. Pause the video right now and come back to it, right? Like, get to work, right? That's the main thing, because procrastination will literally keep you from your goals a lot longer, because you could have got where you wanted to go a lot quicker if you just did it and didn't think about it so much. Just did it. Just do it. Right? Like Nike be saying. Another thing, you're binging, right? Are you binging Netflix? Are you binging foods and, you know, alcohol, weed? You know, you like, listen, don't get me wrong. I think weed is very cool. I think weed is a chill thing to do. You know what I'm saying? I think drinking a bottle is dope, you know? I miss drinking. I miss smoking sometimes. But the reality is like, I know it doesn't serve me anymore. It served its purpose when it served its purpose, but now I'm like, bro, I don't need that. I don't need all that to have a good time. And it's not even that we needed to have a good time. It's just like, I don't have time to do it. My schedule's so full with so many other things to do that I don't have time to be sitting around and, you know, drinking a beer and letting that slow me down for the evening. And now I gotta try to pick myself back up and I don't have time for that. No time for hangovers either. Right? So what are you binging? Are you binging too much TV? Are you watching a Netflix series when you could be watching a video on how to level up in your life and then applying that information the next day or the same night? Right? Like, are you reading books? Are you trying to pour into yourself in an educational way where the content that you consume actually betters you? Because let's be honest, bro, most of the stuff that you got on your phone right now is distracting. You watching videos that make you laugh and feel good, that's fine if you're feeling bad, but like, do a minute or something and get off, right? Like, don't be on there scrolling too long. Go on your phone and see how much time you're spending on your phone. For real. Go on your phone and see how much time you're spending on your phone, and then look at what apps you're spending the most time on. With phones nowadays, cool thing is you can limit the apps and how long you're on them, right? So I got a limit on my apps too. You know, and I got a rule where if I'm gonna consume content, I gotta make sure I'm posting content too. Cause I'm not just a consumer. Man, a lot of y'all don't post nothing. It's crazy. You got a social media account that you could be using to network and boost your brand and do all these other things, but you're just using it to consume. You know, you're a buyer, right? There's lions and sheep, right? Me and my homies was talking about lions and sheep the other day. Either you're gonna be a lion and you're gonna be eating sheep, or you're gonna be a sheep and you're gonna get ate, right? But you gotta be one or the other. You can't be in the middle. It doesn't happen that way. You know, it's like trying something. Either you're doing it or you're not doing it. There's really not any trying. Either you did it or you didn't do it, right? Unfortunately. Didn't mean you didn't give it your best effort, right? But it doesn't mean that, you know, there's a trying really, right? Oh, I'm gonna try to get this done. Either you're gonna get it done or you're not, bro. It's okay. If you didn't get it done this week or you didn't get it done today, that doesn't mean you can't chalk it up as a lesson. Ain't no losses around here, right? We don't lose, bro. We just learn, right? So it wasn't a loss. We just learning how to take care of what we need to do so we can be better the next time, right? So it's like, think about how you can take your day and make it more valuable, right? Now think about the things that I just said and think about the opposite, right? The person that's getting up early, they're going to the gym, they got their game plan written out, they know what they need to do, and they're not afraid to put the work in required to get what they need to get done accomplished. They know what they gotta do. They're not spending time scrolling on social media for things that don't make sense to them, or consuming content that doesn't make sense, or even foods and drinks and, you know, drugs recreationally that don't make sense to them, right? That person, they're on their grind, they're focused. They put time and they put value on their time. They don't have time to waste, right? The person that's thinking at an above average level, they're not thinking about what other people are doing, and they're focused on their journey too, right? Because everybody's moving at their own pace in life. Don't get it confused. It's okay to say, all right, well, this is what I want, but if you're not willing to put in the work to get what you want, you can't be mad at the guy next to you that did it, and they put in the time, effort, and energy that they needed for that to happen. Because you could have did it too, but you didn't. You did the opposite. You did what the average person would do. You quit when it got hard, right? We can't be quitting when stuff gets hard, bro. We got to pick our head up and get back to it. Oh shit, okay, that just happened? All right, wait, let me get it back together real quick. Right? Like, you gotta know, bro, like, it takes time to build yourself up to become an above average person. But it's not impossible if somebody else is doing it. There's people right now that have come from an even worse position that you're in right now, watching this video. Even if you can watch this video right now, you're in a better position than a lot of people. Because some people they don't even got Wi-Fi. They don't even got a device to watch anything, right? So first of all, remember that you are not in as bad of a position as you probably think you are. And you got to know this too, bro. Nobody's coming to save you, man. You got to save yourself. You got to go out there and make it happen yourself. Not saying that ain't nobody going to help you. Some people might help you. They might give you, some advice. They might even give you an advance and help you out financially. Some people might help you spiritually. Somebody might help you mentally for a little bit, right? They might even guide you and mentor you. But it can only go so far, to a point where it becomes up to you to actually do what it takes to be great, right? So, we try to live an above average lifestyle around here, guys. We can't be living the average life, right? We can't be living the average life. We gotta level up. If everybody really wanted to be a genius in their own way, they would figure out what it takes to be great every single day. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you're really trying to accomplish in your life, whatever it is that you're trying to become a genius at, you gotta be willing to put the work in, man. You gotta be willing to do whatever it takes and whatever is required for you to pass and win. And that's all we gotta do. Win the day, become 1% better every single day, and know that if you put your mind to it, you can become a genius at whatever you want. Everybody's a genius in their own way. Hope you guys have a great day. If this video brought value to you, make sure you share it with somebody else. Share it with your fellow brother. Share it with your fellow sister. Hey, share it with your mom, your dad, your granny, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin. It don't matter. Share it with everybody, because we're trying to impact more people. We're trying to spread the word. We're trying to get everybody on this Genius Society thing and get them really thinking in a different way. So I appreciate you guys' time. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you drop a comment too. If there's anything that y'all want me to talk about, drop a comment in there. I love y'all feedback. Anything y'all would think to make the videos better as well. Hey, we new to this, right? I don't really get in front of the camera and talk as much as I need to, but I'm gonna be in front of the camera talking more, because I noticed that a lot of people actually find value in these videos. So if you found value, drop a comment, share, like, whatever you gotta do, and I'll appreciate that. Until then, yo, peace!